HLRL Grand National Series presented by Racing Warehouse. Let's go racing.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
History. Authenticity. A one-of-a-kind piece of racing memorabilia. Lawson and his team have been helping race fans get their hands on real race-used items for over 10 years now. Follow them on social media as their inventory is constantly changing and being upgraded. Or, if you're in the Carolinas, stop on by, and I guarantee you'll leave feeling like family. The Racing Warehouse, a one-of-a-kind experience. Serving race fans since 2010.
Welcome, race fans. Tonight, the HLRL, the Highline Racing League, here is at Kansas for another great Xfinity race. Going to be exciting. We've got a lot on tap here for you tonight, so let's get right to it. Got Dwayne LaPrade in the booth with me. Welcome, Dwayne. Good to have you back again this week, brother.
Glad to be here. Looking forward to a great mid-range track, and should be an exciting race tonight.
All right, very good, very good. All right, well, I believe the I'm not sure if High Slide was up tonight or not. Old Farts is coming up tomorrow night for the Old Farts Racing. That's always some great super speedway racing, so make sure you tune in for that. Right now, Tyler Snyder, top of the leaderboard. Looking at the race analytics. 74-degree air temperature, 76-degree track temperature. They're doing 120 laps here tonight. That's 180 miles. Tire window about 45 to 55 laps because this track does kind of like tires a little bit. So, and fuel window, it's 70% fuel, so they're about 25 to 35 laps on a tank of fuel, depending on how much they're saving. And pit road speed, 45 miles an hour. Looking at the points are really not a whole lot changing as far as position-wise, but points are starting to get spread out even more. Curtis Granger still holding on to a lead since the beginning of the season. He has been holding on to that lead. For now, 52 points over Patrick Green. Scott Zellner, last season's champion. Remember that, folks. Scott Zellner was last season's champion. He is in third place, looking for maybe another championship, but he is 59 points back. James McKee in fourth, 65 back. Connor Holden in fifth, 75 points behind. Jackson Hartman in sixth, 79 points behind. Tyler Snyder in seventh, 95 points back. Enrique Torres in eighth, 96 points back. Caleb Morrissey in ninth. He is 105 points behind. And Ryan Potter rounds out the top 10, 118 behind. Dwayne?
Robert Pullins is currently 11th. He is 124 points behind. Cody Cox is 12th, 146 back. Kendall Kerr is not far behind him. He's 148 behind in 13th. 14th is actually a tie between Andrew Baker and Toby Wedgwood. They are both 150 points behind the lead. Casey Heschel, after his win, back-to-back wins actually, has moved up into the 16th spot, 152 behind the lead. 17th is Anthony Younes, who is 160 points behind. 18th is Andrew Siegel, 163 points behind. 19th is Alan Kuhnman. He is 183 points behind. And Carl Faust rounds out the top 20, 210 points behind the leader.
Very good. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, this should be a good one. But they were already talking about it kind of being a one groove track. Dwayne, you were out on the track. What's it feel like?
It's pretty tight. The setup is very tight, especially on the early going there. You can run around the top. You can get into one pretty heavy though, as long as you let it roll through the corner without worrying about getting into the wall. So it's definitely going to be the high line kind of night. People are going to be hard pressed to get passes down on the bottom. Look for that early on a restart when guys are still getting up to speed. But outside of that, you're not going to have that car is just going to push up way too much to get any kind of drive off on that bottom line. So if you're going to do any passing on the bottom, you better do it early.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, I've heard guys say that before. Pretty much in any car in iRacing on this track, if you're going to do passing, you better do it in about the first 5 to 10 laps. After that, you better just plan on riding for a while because it's going to be difficult to pass. So hopefully the guys ahead of you will burn off their tires or something and you'll be able to pass them later. But so, yeah, this has always been that kind of track, though, to do that with. And mainly the most thing that a lot of people don't realize about this track is the progressive banking that it has, meaning the higher you go to the outside wall, the more the banking becomes. You know, like it may go from 7 degrees on the bottom to 15 degrees in the middle to 20 up on the high side. So, and that's why we'll see as the tires wear down, we'll see a lot of guys moving up to the high side. That actually becomes the fast line around the track. You're much slower on the bottom on older tires. So That's why it's going to be so hard to pass here tonight. Well, got to give a shout out to, hold on here a second. Whoops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. We got to give a shout out to Brooke. Brooke's birthday is today, so happy birthday, Brooke, from a fan friend, whatever, that I was told that today's your birthday. So happy birthday, Brooke. All right, folks, we're going to step away and play the national anthem. We'll be right back with qualifying, so stay tuned.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the frame, you're the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to invade the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save this land of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, in the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
All right, we're back, folks. Brooke, you're very welcome, but I got one more surprise for you, so stay with me for a few more minutes here, Brooke. We will get down to, we got another surprise for you, wishing you a happy birthday. So don't go anywhere, Brooke. Stay with us here for a few minutes, and we'll get to it here once they get on the grid. Still waiting for the first times to come in.
Yeah, and you're not seeing things, folks. There are multiple cars out on the track at the same time. Looks like there was some sort of issue with setting up this session, and they are doing a group qualify.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I mean, hopefully maybe one of these days, you know, I know iRacing's really pushing to get this new UI permanent, but they need to get some of the bugs worked out of it maybe before they can, you know, officially, I think that's what they're doing. They're trying to get all the bugs worked out of it before they make it official that that's the only way we're going to be able to do it. Because I know that's coming.
Yeah, I mean, it just came out of beta phase. They still have a few things that still need to be ironed out, but it's coming along.
Man, a lot of guys hitting the wall there coming out of turn 2. Scott Zellner just pounded the wall down.
Yeah, and that's actually a good thing that this is a group qualify session, because had that been an actual, you know, 2 laps and you're done, they would be done. But with a group qualifying session, there's no set number of laps to run. It's just 5 minutes, and the fastest lap you can turn in those 5 minutes is going to be the lap that counts towards your starting spot. So some guys catching a break. A lot of guys don't like this format because they are on the track with other people, and you know the draft comes into play here. But it's definitely going to shake the field up.
Yeah. Yeah, stay with us, Brooke. We'll get there here as soon as they grid up. But I got another surprise for you. I'm wishing you a very happy birthday. Hopefully you had a great day, and hope you have many more. And that's not from me. That's from an admirer that's in the race here tonight, which we'll get to here in a minute. We get another minute and 20 of qualifying left, so.
And right now, Connor Holden has the fastest lap.
Yeah.
31.049.
Man, that was a great lap. And Kendall Kerr second. Casey Heschel. Casey's been a thorn in these drivers' side here lately, man. I'm telling you, he's been running really good. I think, you know, each driver has their own, like, kind of niche in iRacing where certain tracks are really good at and other tracks are maybe not so good at, or whatever, you know. But in case I think he's found his home on the 1.5 miles, because man, he has been really good on the 1.5 mile track.
Yes, sir. And he's also won 2 races in a row coming into the night. He's going to try to three-peat. And right now, he's top of the leaderboard.
Yeah. Nice. I'm telling you, he's going to be a factor here tonight. You wait. I think he's found his home right here, 1.5 mile track, so.
Yes, sir. And that is bad news for the rest of the field, because other than next week when we go to Talladega, we're going to Darlington and then Phoenix. So he's going to be right in his wheelhouse here for these last races of the season.
Right. All right. Well, Casey's going to hold on to the pole, so that's going to wrap it up for qualifying.
And Kendall Kerr is probably not happy with that. He was second on the board and then got knocked into third. He's going to be starting on the inside line, and as we've already covered, that's not where you want to be. You want to be on that outside.
Right. Well, it'll be early, so hopefully maybe he can work up a pass on Casey, but good luck with that. I'm telling you, Casey's been a rocket ship here lately, so we'll have to see how this all shakes out. All right, as we get ready to grid up here in just a second, let's get down here on the MaxSpeedTV starting grid. All right, Casey Heschel, does indeed take the pole with a 31.020. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Connor Holden starting on the outside of row 1 in second place. In row number 2, we got Kendall Kerr in third, Curtis Granger starting fourth. In row 3, Patrick Green in fifth, Tyler Snyder sixth. Row number 4, Ryan Hines starting seventh, Scott Zellner, last season champion, will start in eighth place. Row number 5, Jackson Hartman in ninth, James McKee 10th. Dwayne?
Robert Pullins is going to roll off 11th. Toby Wedgwood is going to be 12th. Caleb Morrissey is 13th. Alan Kuhnman 14th. Andrew Baker 15th. Roberto Ramirez 16th. Andrew Siegel 17th. 18th is going to be Enrique Torres. 19th goes to Ryan Potter. And rounding out the field and the top 20 is Bucky Burt.
All right, very good. Well, if everybody is on there, let me see if I can find our little surprise here for Brooke. Let me get down here a little closer. We'll see if we can't zoom in on the car here. This is a happy birthday card for Brooke. So let's get in here a little closer here so we can see it. There is your other surprise, Brooke. So happy birthday. Yeah, look at that, huh? Look at that on the hood. Happy birthday. Oh, man, that is a beautiful looking car. Holy smokes.
Yes, sir. Bucky Burt coming in with a great looking birthday tribute there.
Yes, sir. Very nice, man. That is so awesome. There's your secret admirer, Bucky Burt. Look at that right on the windshield. Bucky Burt. Yep. Apparently you mean a lot to him as a, I'm not sure, an admirer, friend, whatever, but yeah, good job. That is Bucky Burt. Let's see. Find where is. We're getting ready to go green here.
Yes, we are.
All right, pace car heads to pit road. Casey Hushel. Waiting on that green flag.
Green.
Hit the gas a little early there, and great start by everybody. And boy, I'll tell you what, he's already maybe going to get... Okay, he started on the outside. I guess I was all off right there. 81 Connor Holden in second place. He dives it back up to the top there. Curtis Granger goes into third, and Tyler Snyder fourth. And they're about to go three wide back here. And Kendall Kerr going back through the middle. Can't fight that off in any way whatsoever. Man, down on the bottom there, Jackson Hartman. Oh, contact! Whoa, Jackson, I think coming off of that transition from the apron back up onto the track. This track is bad about that.
Yes.
Oh, that was Patrick Green. I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to call out the wrong guy there, but that was Patrick Green that made contact with Kendall Kerr. That was enough to kind of slow him up, and for Ryan Hines to get around Kendall Kerr. So Kendall Kerr back to, after starting third, he's back to ninth, Dwayne.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to have to regroup and try to get himself back to the front. Probably going to have to use some pit strategy to make that happen now.
Comes Robert Pullins down on the bottom there, but like I said, man, if you're going to make a pass, you've got to do it early, but it's just not going to happen. And already these guys have already started to go in that single file, riding that high line, Dwayne.
Yeah, not surprising with this track. The high line is the best lane, it's the fastest lane. It's really hard to come up off the turn, off that corner, and get any forward bite when you're on the low line because of the progressive banking. So I look for these guys to pretty much where they're at is where they're going to be for a little while here.
Yep.
You just got to wait for the guy in front of you to make a mistake.
Connor Holden hanging on there about a half a second behind KC. He's still riding the middle line for right now. Well, he was in 3 and 4, but everybody right now is still searching the track over for the fastest way around here. And a little ways back to Curtis Granger. I think Curtis could be saving his tires a little bit right now. He's a big saver.
Yeah, that's not a bad strategy here. Tires get used up really quick, so I would look for some of these guys to just try to take it easy here in the first few laps and see where it shakes out as we get a long run here.
And Tyler Snyder side by side with Curtis Granger, and it's a drag race to the line, but Curtis Granger will hold off Tyler for right now. Falls back into fourth place, and Connor Holden seems to, well, he's back to almost a 3/4 of a second behind Casey, but man, Casey's out in that clean air, and I think that's going to be a very much of a factor here tonight, Dwayne.
Oh, it's going to be a huge factor here. Clean air, you don't have to worry about anybody else being around you, so I definitely look for him to extend that lead a little bit.
Yes.
Here.
Well, you're very welcome, Brooke. I mean, that is really cool that you've got such a very good friend in Bucky Burt right there to do that. He has picked up a couple positions. He's up to 18th. Ryan Potter and Alan Kuhnman. I'm not sure exactly what happened to those guys, but wow, they are way off of the pace here.
Yeah, I don't. When they had to check up earlier.
Could be.
But right now, Robert Pullins has been trying very hard to get that bottom line to come in and get past Kendall Kerr, but Kendall's now able to pull away, and James McGee is now on his back bumper.
Yeah, James McKee's another one. Watch for him because we've seen him do some really fantastic racing coming up through the fields here. So we will be watching James McKee from SP Designs on that car, one of the sponsors for tonight's race. Get a little bit closer look here. Nice looking car.
Yes, sir. Very nice looking. Another driver I've been watching trying to bring in that bottom line, get some rubber laid down there is Enrique Torres. He's been trying to make some moves down there, but just hasn't been able to make it happen. So, but if they can start getting some grip in that middle lane, look for guys to try to make a move there.
Well, good race so far. 10 laps in, no cautions. That's usually an A+ in my book. If you can get through the first 10 or 15 laps of a race without having a caution, that's pretty good because that's when the guys they're still trying to learn what they can do with the car in them first 10 to 15 laps, and seeing what the car will take, how hard they can push it. And right now, they're still in that learning phase, but they're learning pretty quick here.
Oh yeah. You notice a lot of throughout the field, it's pretty much single file. Everybody getting as close to that wall as they possibly can without touching it. So right now they're just riding it out and trying to wait for the guy in front of them to make a mistake, and that's when you're going to be able to bounce.
Yep.
Right now, Scott Zellner on the low line. He is going to get passed by Tyler Schneider.
Oh boy, be careful there, man. Oh man.
Jackson Hartman now tries his luck on the lower line. Just saw it there, just getting that drive off the corner. You have so much momentum on that outside line because of the progressive banking, where on the inside line, the car just wants to get tight and go straight to the wall, and you have to back out of the throttle a little bit.
Right.
That's why guys can hold that outside line and be faster.
Oh, Connor Holden now 0.8 of a second behind, actually almost 0.9. Casey's just, with that clean air hitting the nose of that car, he's really getting good downforce on going in and out of these turns. And it's really showing by him putting some distance on second place. Now almost a full second. There, just hit a full second back to the guy behind him.
Yeah,
very
there
good.
Are some tracks that guys excel at. This definitely seems to be one of Heschel's acceleration tracks, if you will. But yeah, he's definitely showing that he's comfortable running as close to the wall as possible, and
Yep.
he's able to pull away.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Ty Smith. Ty Smith said 81, and one of his, he's definitely a fan of the armor car there, so very cool. Oh, Curtis Granger just pounded the wall. And he is going to lose 2 positions right there. That opened the door up. Look at this here. Scott Zellner got by him and Tyler Snyder. And Scott had such a huge run, he almost took Tyler Snyder with him. Man.
Possibly lose a little more as he's got a bunch of fender damage on that right front.
Oh, I'll bet. Jackson Hartman now coming up on his tail. He's got to be a little more careful. That turn 2 seems to be the turn that's really biting everybody right now. Here comes Jackson Hartman now to the inside of Curtis Granger. Curtis is just going to let him go. He can't really do anything with him right now because his car's got that little bit of damage. I'm thinking it might be slowing him down just a touch.
Definitely affecting the handling of that car, and you're going to see a few guys here get a run, especially as they come out of turn 2 here. You're going to see him get a run on him on the back stretch just because with that damage, he's not able to maintain that speed. And that's how Jackson Hartman was able to get around him.
Yeah. Patrick Green, the man that's in second in points right here with 52 points behind Curtis Granger. Now those two battling for this championship with Scott Zellner, and Scott Zellner being last season champion. Boy, I'm going to tell you what, those top 3 guys right there, and I'm not going to leave James McKee out of it either because he is 4th in points. But he's got a lot of digging to do. He's got a 64-point deficit on Curtis Granger, or 65 points, excuse me. He's got some digging to do. So he needs a couple of wins and would put him right in the driver's seat for this championship.
And right now, James McKee is running where he started in 10th place. So he's just kind of riding right now, taking it easy.
All right, still hanging on to almost a full second lead there over Connor Holden. Casey Heschel has led every lap so far, coming to take lap number 19.
And side by side, Jackson Hartman tried the lower line, but washed up it coming out of 4 and had to get back in line behind Scott Zellner.
Yeah, Hartman's definitely one to keep an eye on. He's a very good racer. You know, I mean, I haven't known these guys that long. You know, Dwayne, this is my first season with them, but I'm going to tell you what, these guys can really put on a show. And tonight with this track here being with this progressive banking, hard to pass, this is going to be an exception to the rule right here, because being so hard to pass is going to make it that much more difficult to have a great finish out of this. It's going to have to be, it may have to come down to pit strategy. You know, you may have to try to outsmart somebody on pits or something, you know, so.
Yeah, this race, especially if they stay green, it's absolutely going to come down to fuel mileage and who saves their tires. And so I definitely look for some of these guys to be thinking about that. Think about maybe short pitting, getting those fresh tires to get the speeds back up so they can make the pass on pit road that way. I would definitely not surprise me if we see some guys come down in the next 5 to 10 laps.
Well, let me tell you, Connor Holden is closing that gap up on Casey Heschel. He's down to 7/10, which he was almost a full second here just a few laps ago.
Yeah, and I saw Heschel a couple of laps there running that, arcing it down from the top to the bottom in 1 and 2, just searching for more grip on the track, trying different lines there, trying to get out of running that top groove, so to speak. But he's back to running the top groove now, and it seems to have steadied the progress here. wondering if maybe he might have used more of his tires than he anticipated on that start.
Well, that could have been, yeah. Maybe he just got out there and just pounded it too hard. The car felt so good in that clean air. You don't really realize how fast you're going, and the faster you go, obviously, is going to do more, wear on the tires. Because look at this, Connor now 0.3 of a second. He has really closed up.
And you see him going down to the middle lane. This is kind of what Heschel was doing the previous lap, just moving down, trying to find more grip. And right now, Holden's making it happen.
Yeah, like you said here just a couple laps ago, they are in the pit window here that some of these guys could be coming in at any time. Oh, we got one. Bucky Burt's in.
Yes, he is. And now I believe he got into. Oh, he passed his pit box.
Whoops. So Brooke turned 24 today. Wow, just a youngin'. I don't even remember back that far. Do you, Dwayne? Do you remember when you were 24?
I do, but that was only a few years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're not that old. Gosh, that was almost 40 years ago for me. A whole lifetime for you, huh? Dang.
Just shuffling in the order here. Scott Zellner got into the wall, and then 77 got into the rear of him. He's currently losing more positions. He has now gone in one lap from 5th. When he crosses the line here, he is now in 8th.
Yeah, James McKee just drove around him. He got himself into 8th place now after starting 10th, so he picked up a couple of positions. Oh, man, Patrick Green, close call right there. Almost got into the back of Curtis Green. I think Curtis is struggling right now. He just needs to come to pit road like ASAP, get that car looked at, get some fresh rubber on it, and assess the damages after pounding that outside wall there on that one lap many laps ago. He could have some... Yeah, he could have some serious damage.
Yeah, plus he's also the one that rear-ended Scott Zellner there. When Zellner got in the wall. We got a caution.
Oh, we got a yellow.
Oh,
no! He just
right
took
in front
out
of the field.
Oh my gosh! Let's go see what happened to Andrew Siegel here. What the heck just happened there?
Coming out of 2, he slapped the wall hard. Coming out of 2. And trying to save it, he spun right in front of our leaders here and came right back up the track. The 81 had nowhere to go.
Oh, man. Tough break for Connor Holden. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. There was no way he could have avoided that. Tyler Snyder got into him as well. Oh, my gosh. There was just no way that they could have avoided it.
Yeah, and keep in mind, there are no fast repairs in this league, so his night is done.
And Tyler Snyder, he is smoking really bad here, so he's going to have to come in. He's going to be on pit road a while getting that fixed. Yeah, well, this happened. It happened at a good opportune time here because everybody was just about to come to pit road here pretty quick and freshen up those tires. And Bucky Burt now is 4 laps down. I'm not sure what.
Yeah.
Well, Enrique Torres stays out to lead a lap. So everybody comes in. See who's
barely is. Did he get it?
Yeah, that was kind of a close one. I think maybe Jackson Hartman might have beat him off of pit road. I'm thinking
Heschel got him by a nose, but it was really close.
Okay, maybe they're getting up to. Well, let's get KC up here and let's talk to KC for a minute. Casey Heschel, you got a copy?
Yeah, you got me?
Well, did you win the race off of Pit Road there?
I was trying to fix a little bit of damage there, and I was going to wait until the last second, and Jackson snuck up on me.
Oh, he did beat you off of Pit Road then?
Oh, just by a little bit.
Okay. Well, you were out there the first 28 laps, and you led. Obviously, the car was a rocket ship in clean air, but what happened there toward the end, because Connor was closing in on you, did you kind of use up a little bit of your tires, or what was the deal there?
No, I didn't use them up at all, honestly. I'm just trying to play a little strategy game here, and
okay.
I know what I can do, and I know I kind of ran away from there, or ran away from the field there a little bit, and just wanted them to try to play catch-up.
Yeah. Well, Dwayne said he went out on the track there before the race and just, did a couple practice laps, ghosted. And he said that it felt a little tight out there. Are you experiencing that?
A little bit, yes, no. The first two or three laps, it's actually a little loose, so it's kind of fun. But after that, it kind of gets, honestly, perfect. Can't really argue with it. I know I didn't really have a fast pace there, so I can't tell you if it gets really tight or not, but we'll kind of figure in this later run.
All right, brother. Well, I'll let you go. Good luck out there. Good luck getting back to the front now. You got to pass a pretty fast guy, Jackson Hartman. He's been itching to get up there, and he beat you off of Pit Road, man. So that's great pit stop for him, but hopefully you'll be all right. So good luck out there then, Casey. What room were you in Discord here?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
What room were you in Discord?
Misfit.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well, so what do you think of the race so far, Dwayne?
It's been what I thought we'd see. A lot of jockeying for position early and then just trying to ride it out until you can make some moves. A little surprised by that caution, but it was definitely well timed for these guys here. So look for some of these guys on the inside line, especially to try to make as much ground up as possible here in the next 2-3 laps.
Well, bad news for Connor Holden. He took his car behind the wall, so Connor Holden out of the race early. Get him going here, Dwayne.
Dude. Pace car ducks off.
Green, green, green.
Green is out. We're back underway at Kansas Speedway. But Jackson Hartman kind of got a slow start there, but he's side by side. He has the preferred line.
Yeah, but these guys are on new tires, and it looks like Heschel. Oh, man, don't wash up there. Oh, I thought he was going to wash up the hill into Jackson Hartman. And
not clear.
James McKee right in there.
He forced his way in there. He's lucky McKee didn't run him over there, but he made it work.
No kidding. What 2x2 back here. Caleb Morrissey finally making it into 7th after starting 13th, so he has moved forward. I didn't see anybody take 2 tires out there. I don't really think 2 tires would have been a good call at all. Not after
not what you want to do here.
Yeah, not after having 28 green flag laps on those tires. Definitely would not. But Casey Heschel now, dirty air is going to make a difference on the front end of that car. So Casey's got experience what Jackson Hartman was experiencing and Connor Holden earlier.
Yes, sir. And Hartman has taken advantage of the clean air. He's already almost out to a full second.
Yeah. This is just kind of like, the opposite end of the spectrum here for Casey Heschel now in dirty air. Well, Andrew Siegel there, the one that got the damage, and he's definitely off the pace here. He didn't get all the damage fixed up on the car, but he is still back out on the track here, running at 18th position. Just wanted to note that. Tyler Snyder was also, I bet you Tyler Snyder's engine blew up. Oh, he is trying to coast to his pit road. Oh, I knew, he got a lot of damage and his car was smoking really bad after that wreck. And obviously they didn't fix the engine enough to get him back out there and it would be, okay. So Heschel now 1.8 seconds behind the leader. And we got a pass for third here. Robert Pullins to the inside of James McKee.
Yeah, and you're exactly right, Rudy. I went back and looked at it. Is motor blue going into 3?
Yep. Well, this Yoo-Hoo car here is going to be pretty fast tonight. Remember last week, Robert Pullins started out the race really well. And I think, if I remember correctly, he got into some problems there later on and wound up not having a great finish. But I'll tell you what, he was a factor up inside that top 5 for the first half of the race. Very, very good.
Yes, sir. And tell you what, he is the only driver I've seen so far to pull a pass off on the bottom line tonight. He made that look easy.
Where do they go to next week? I don't remember.
Next week they will be in Talladega.
Talladega. Ooh. Yeah, or as Wayne would call it, Degatala.
So that should be a really interesting race with these guys. See if how good they do in the draft.
Yes, sir. Patrick Green.
And Heschel loses another spot, now back to 4th.
Yeah, I see that. Man, he's starting to lose a little bit of ground. Caleb Morrissey down on the bottom to the inside of Patrick Green. And he's at the point right now where these tires are going to start feeling the difference there. And guys are going to want to start maybe looking at that higher line a little bit and ride it out. But he's still trying it down here right now. The car feels comfortable enough to try it. And it's going to be so difficult to make a pass. Now, he does make a pass on Patrick Green, but still side by side there with Casey Heschel. That could be a problem.
Yeah, and Heschel actually was there, prevented him from being able to slide it right up in front of Green, but he does finally make the pass here.
Ooh, Kendall Kerr sporting the Racing Warehouse car, running real well here tonight. Running into a Ford Mustang. Some of these guys like the Ford, some of them like the Chevys, some of them like the Toyotas.
Yeah, and up front, our top two have checked out on the field.
No kidding, man. Robert Pullins he pulled way away from James McKee now. It's 1.7 seconds back to third place, James McKee.
And McKee a full 3 seconds behind our leader. So
yeah,
and it looks like Herschel's having a little issue now that he's back in that dirty air. Hasn't been quite as fast now. He could be saving, like you said.
Yep.
So we'll see what he can do on this next round if they get green flag pit stops.
Yeah, I think usually, like the first run like that was, like I said at the beginning, it's a learning run, to see what the car will do as the tires age, the tank starts getting a little lower on fuel and lightens that car up. There's a lot of factors that come into play the longer they are out there. So I think he learned a lot by that first run. He did 28 laps out, or 29 laps, 28 in the lead, I'm sorry. But he led that one lap right here when they got started. But anyhow, he learned a lot, so maybe he is just kind of playing it safe right now. This is a good thing to do right now. Jackson Hartman pulling the field around. Let's go back in the field here ways. Let's see what Toby Wedgwood's been doing. He's back here 12th place. That's right where he started, and he just got into the wall coming off of turn 2. Man, that turn 2's got to be horrible for these guys.
Yeah, it's really where the car is going to tighten up, especially if you try to run the low line there. You're running so close to the wall that even just getting back in the throttle just a tick too soon is going to put you up into it, and some of these guys are running into that right now.
You betcha. All right, Andrew Baker behind him in 13th. Andrew picking up a couple positions, but he's got Ryan Potter putting the pressure to him here. Ryan Potter's got the run on the outside. And he might make that pass complete here. Oh, man, that was close right there. He had to kind of lift a little bit. Roberto Ramirez in the Dollar General car here, running excellent here tonight. Bucky Burt now up to 17th in the Brooke Happy Birthday car. He is 4 laps down, but he has picked up 3 positions since the start of the race, and he's still got a good, clean car.
Caleb Morrissey just lost a ton of positions battling with Ryan Hines for 5th. He got stuck down on that inside line, had to get out of the throttle, and he's lost 4 positions.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, Dwayne, I think it's about time we do a little crank it up here. What do you think?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do this. All right, folks, we're back. And boy, I'll tell you what, James McKee doing an excellent job here, 3rd place. He is. They are starting to put a little closure on the leader right now, though, Dwayne. I noticed that because now James is 3 seconds behind instead of 3.2 seconds behind. So he is closing up on Robert Pullins. And Pullins is now 2.3 seconds behind Jackson Hartman, our leader.
Sir, and the guy in trouble right now is Caleb Morrissey, as I mentioned earlier, he was battling for 6th spot and got stuck on that inside line and has since also tapped the wall. He's now back to 14th spot.
Yeah.
So he's definitely going to need a pit stop here to try to get back into this thing.
Well, I'll tell you, a guy on the move right now, Kendall Kerr. He actually started 3rd, but if you remember at the beginning of the race, he really went backwards quite a bit. And now he's working his way back a little closer to the front, kind of trying to time that. But in the Racing Warehouse Mustang, and it looks like he's going to try to make a pass, and he does make that pass on Ryan Hines. What happened to Ryan Hines' car?
Looks like into 3 and 4, he got into the wall just enough to slow him down, and that allowed him to get by him on the inside.
It's amazing how that knocks the momentum out of these cars so quickly. Pretty amazing. Well, you know, when you hit the wall one time around, you learn the next time just to stay away from it. Don't hit it again.
Right. And that's part of the problem. These guys are running so close to that outside wall in both ends of the track that it just takes a small lapse in judgment to see Ryan Potter get in the wall now. So as these tires start to wear as well, it's not much contact, but it's definitely enough to at least slow you down a little.
Yep. Alan Kuhnman, 10th place after starting 14th. And Enrique Torres is working his way up closer there. Who was that I just seen off the track? Oh, we got two of them. Tyler Snyder, Connor Holden is back. Looks like he's trying to get some repairs done on his car. He had that blown engine, and if he can get it back out on the track, Connor, I see, well, you need to, if you can get it fixed and get back out there, hey, you never give up, man, without a fight.
And Ryan Hines just had a moment. I believe that was him you saw down off the track there.
Yeah.
The 77 got into the wall in front of him. He had to check up, plowed into the back of him, went sailing through the infield, but was able to catch it. He's now on pit road trying to get damage fixed.
Oh, man, a tough break for Ryan Hines. And he will go a lap down. Man, difficult for a lot of drivers out here having some issues tonight. And I don't know if they were unforeseen issues or just, but here we go, battle for second place. James McKee going to get by Robert Pullen. So Robert got out there really quick and burnt them tires up.
It's not over yet, though.
Oh, man, yeah, he comes back on the on the outside, excuse me. And it looks like James McKee will have to try on the next lap. Casey Heschel, Patrick Green. This is a pretty good battle going on between those two. Kendall Kerr and Curtis Granger. Curtis, oh my gosh, he almost got into the wall again.
Yeah, he's been in the wall several times tonight, and he's going to get passed because of it again.
Dang. Well, he's got a 52-point lead, but golly, man, you don't want Patrick to eat into that 52-point lead.
No.
you know, Patrick finishes way ahead of him. He could just possibly do that, but I think Curtis will be all right. I think he'll make a comeback here. But the laps are winding down here pretty quick, and these guys ought to be thinking about pit stops here pretty soon, Dwayne. Probably within the next 6 or 7 laps.
Yeah, we'll see green flag stops if we don't have another caution. And here we go. James McKee trying it one more time on that inside line. He's got the run. Can he pass him before turn 1?
That's where he's got to do it. Man, I think he's got him. He's got him.
But he's going to have to bring it back up.
Yep, there he goes. And Pullen's going to try the crossover on him.
Yeah, but he's got the bad line. The inside line is not going to work going into 3 and 4.
Yep, there. So, man, that's that progressive banking that just slows you up a ton. Casey Heschel, which led to first 28 laps of the race. I got to remember that. He led 28 laps. He led that other lap on that restart. So he got by, which I'm kind of surprised that. Well, I guess you got to wait till they get the green flag, or I'm not sure how that works. You got to wait till you get the green flag before you can actually pass somebody on the inside. If you don't, you'll get a passing under yellow.
Correct.
So,
and our leader is coming to pit road.
Yeah,
at
here
the
we
halfway
go.
mark.
Yes, sir.
Now this is going to force these guys' hands, whether they wanted to stretch it out or not. He's on pit road. They're going to have to hit pit road in the next couple of laps or risk losing even that much more time to it.
Well, that gave the lead to James McKee now with Robert Pullen in second. And we should see these guys come to pit road relatively soon here because, you know, they're in the window to make it after this one. One more pit stop should do it for them.
Yeah, one more stop and 4 tires for Jackson Hartman. He's now coming off of pit road.
Yep, and he will go a lap down.
Yeah, but once it cycles through, he should be okay. He's going to be much faster than these guys right now. So he should be able to unlap himself relatively easy. It's kind of backwards. Usually you see the leader try to stay out there in most cases just in case a caution comes out. But I think Jackson felt confident that we're not going to get a yellow, and this is going to work out in his favor if this continues to go green. Robert Pullen's now on pit road.
Yeah,
for a second spot.
Yeah. Now here's something that we talk about this a lot, Dwayne. the longer James McKee stays out here like this, the more it's actually hurting him, because with those guys with them fresh tires, they're closing that gap up. So that's going to put James McKee well behind guys like Curtis Granger and Patrick Green and stuff. Those guys that have pitted, Jackson Hartman. So,
Yeah,
the longer he stays out there, the more it's hurting him.
Yeah, and Casey Herschel now on pit road.
Heschel.
I always want to say Herschel for some reason. There's no R in there. Heschel.
Well, that put Kendall Kerr into second, and I think Kendall would like to lead a lap. He's just waiting to see when James McKee's going to come to pit road.
Yeah, and McKee needs to be on pit road soon, because he's just hurting himself right now by staying out, digging a deeper hole. He's going to be 4 or 5 seconds, if not more, behind these guys right now when he comes to pit road. So
yeah,
he might be out there hanging on, hoping for a caution, but I don't think he's going to get it.
Yeah, these guys race too clean for that. I mean, what we seen earlier there where Andrew Siegel spun, that was just a mistake, and it just happened to be right in front of the leaders and took out Connor Holden and Tyler Snyder. So those guys, they're still on pit road. Doesn't look like either of them's going to get back in the race. Oh, man, I just seen that. Yeah, who was that there that just passed him? That was a guy that he just got back. Man, who is that? He's blinking so bad I can't get on him. Bucky Burt? No, they ain't Bucky Burt. Who the heck is that? In the 32, that's Roberto Ramirez.
Yes.
He just got 1 lap down now. But yeah, James McKee needs to come in. Looks like he is finally coming to pit road. Finally.
Coming to pit road, Hartman just unlapped himself and is now back on the lead lap in 5th. So this is going to be interesting to see, but I think James McKee is going to come out about 5 or 6 seconds behind Hartman here.
Yeah. Well, Kendall Kerr and Caleb Morrissey are the only 2 that have not been on pit road yet, so we'll see those coming in next. I think, Kendall Kerr, he led a lap, and he's coming in. Very good. Very good. So now, question is Caleb going to stay out long enough to lead a lap? He's got enough time, but does he have enough fuel? And it looks like he is coming in. He's slowing up. No, guess not. Boy, he's just that much slower. He's going to stay out long enough to lead a lap, but he's not going to lead this lap. No, he will not lead this lap, so he's going to have to go one more time around in order to get a lap led. He is the final car out there right now. And this will put everybody back on the lead lap here that went a lap down because James McKee stayed out there so long. And but like you said, that's going to hurt him. It is going to hurt him. Here comes Morrissey in now.
Yes, sir. He is currently 10 seconds behind Jackson Hartman.
Yeah.
And back in 10th place right now. When it cycles through, he'll probably be about 8th. So staying out there as long as he did, he went from being in 2nd place all the way back into the field to 8th, and about a quarter of a lap behind the leader right now. So did not do himself any favors by staying out as long as he did. When you hold your breath and hope for a caution like that, and I mean, I understand everybody's trying to be on a different pit strategy and everything, but when something like that happens, you got to kind of really sit and think about it and think, okay, if you're waiting for caution to come out and it doesn't come out, you just ruin your chance for a win, Now I do know they got another pit stop to go through yet, and there could be a caution between now and then, but you can't plan on that kind of thing. No, and by coming in first, Jackson Hartman has given himself a 4.2 second lead over Patrick Green, and the field is extremely spread out now.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, 4 seconds back to Patrick Green, and then Curtis Granger not far behind Patrick, and he didn't have any chance to get any damage fixed up on the car, because I still see some damage on the back of the car. But, you just got to make do with what you got right now at this point, because you can't sit on pit road And, and he just brushed the wall again. He is really having a hard time with turn 2.
Yes. A lot of guys are, though. He's not the only one I've seen.
Yeah.
You'd almost think this was Darlington, the way these guys are getting into the wall tonight here. But, yeah, it's definitely something that we're going to keep seeing as this night goes on.
Well, I got a question for you, Dwayne.
Sure.
I know I get it with the progressive banking, but would it help at a track like this to dime in the corner?
It depends. And I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but it honestly depends on how your car is handling.
Right.
If you're tight, then you may want to try to diamond it. What you want to do, really, the ideal situation would be to start out like just what Caleb Morsley did there. Started out at the very top of the wall heading into turn 1, slowly work your way down to the apron there to the white line and just floor it coming back out to the wall. Essentially the qualify line, or what most people would call it. But that's the ideal line. Now, is that going to be the fastest way around? Again, that depends on your handling. If you can mash the gas on that top line, get back in the throttle earlier, then that's where you want to be. But as you see, right, if you're watching here, Caleb Morsley trying to unlap himself, taking the low line, and he does. So he does get back on the lead lap the hard way. So he's doing that. If you'll watch him going into turn 1, he starts out right at the top of the wall here, doesn't go down right away, waits for the car to start rolling, then brings it down to the bottom, and then is back in the throttle to bring it back out to the wall. So that's really the line that you're looking for. Without anybody around you, if you're not racing anybody, that's definitely the best line to take. When you've got people behind you, of course, you want to protect that outside line as much as possible. So it depends on who's around you, the gap you have, and how your car's handling as to which line you want.
Yeah. Well, that's good that Caleb got back on the lead lap, but he is not going to be challenging for the win here tonight if he, if he can't pick up a ton more positions here. He just desperately needs a caution right now. That would change everything for Caleb. It would actually change everything for everybody. But the bad part of it is now these guys would have to pit 2 more times that way, because they wouldn't be able to make it the rest of the way on fuel. So these guys are going to have to go about another 15 laps here to guarantee that they can make it to the end of the race with 1 more pit stop. We have any green, white checkers here tonight?
I believe we have 1.
1 green, white checkered? Okay. 1 green, white checkered, no resets. Oh, man. Patrick Green now still 4 seconds back in second. Robert Pullins did get around James McKee and goes into third. McKee now is up to 4th as he got around Curtis Granger, but I think a lot of people are going to be kind of surprised when they get to Curtis Granger. He's not going to be very competitive to try to get up there and battle with anybody, but he's just trying to hang on to the points lead at this point and pull out a top 5, maybe even just a top 10 finish, and move on to next week at Talladega. And hopefully, where we know that's a shooting match at Talladega next week, but everybody hopes that they can have a good finish there, so it's going to be some great battling. I have yet to see these guys on the super speedway, and I can't wait, because as good a drivers as they are, Dwayne, that ought to be a barn burner of a race next week.
Oh yeah, I expect we'll see a lot of 3 wide for many laps there with the way these guys usually run, which is going to be really exciting.
Yes. I'm just so glad you're here to enjoy this good racing with me, man. It's really awesome to have you in the booth with me. I love it.
Yeah, I enjoy this kind of racing. I mean, it's not always fun when the field gets stretched out like this, but it happens. Fuel mileage races, tracks like this, you kind of expect it every now and then. You're going to have one of these races.
Sure.
Right now, the guy on the move is Robert Pullins, as he's dropped it down now to 5.5 seconds, but he's getting ready to pass Patrick Green
Ooh,
for second.
Yeah, he gets there, but man. And when he's got James McKee on his tail, now James has caught these guys, okay, it's got 6 lap newer tires, just 6 laps, but 6 laps is quite a bit, you know, but now you don't want to get out there and burn them up. And, you know, so James McKee gets around Robert Polans. Robert was on that bottom line where there's no grip down there. And McKee taking a look now inside of Patrick Green. I don't know. I don't think that's going to work right now, but
see how much he washed up.
Patrick got loose. That might have been good for McKee. He does pass him. He got him.
Yeah, now he can move up into that higher line and take that away from him.
And he went to kind of diamonding the corner there a little bit in 1 and 2.
Yeah,
McKee did.
They went
so
from 5.5 seconds back through that battle. They're now over 6 seconds behind the leader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jackson Hartman is on a mission here tonight.
Yeah, he is a man on cruise control right now. He's just running whatever line he wants, not pushing the issue. Guys who are laps down want to get by him. He's letting them go, and he's actually drafting them, which is helping him save fuel. So
yep.
He's right now the guy in the catbird seat. It's going to be really hard. I mean, McKee is making a small dent here, but as we come up within the next few laps on the next round of pit stops, it's going to be hard for him to catch.
Yeah, 5.7 seconds back. And Hartman right now is probably, let's see, he is probably about another seven or 8 laps from making his final pit stop. Because if he's been pitting on the 30 lap mark, that's right in the window where he would want to make that final pit stop. And it's been working out great for him. And, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
Exactly. And, you know, he's not running the fastest lap times right now, but he doesn't need to. He's got a huge lead.
Yeah.
You know, he's just taking it easy, trying to save his tire so that if somebody does catch him, he's going to have something for him. And he's doing everything he needs to right now. James McKee is running in the 32.6 second bracket right now. We'll see what Hartman does this time at the line. Last lap, he had some traffic to deal with that might affect his lap time here as well. Ran a 33.0 because of the lap car he was working with there. So, and McKee ran a 32.9. So they're not that far off in speed.
Right.
McKee's cut it down to 5 seconds, but again, that was just most likely with Hartman trying to get by that lap car there.
Sure. Well, he did get some bonus points here for leading laps tonight, so that's great. Let's go back and check on Kendall Kerr again, Racing Warehouse Ford Mustang, back here 9th place. Started 3rd, but it has fallen back to 9th. Toby Wedgwood way behind him. Oh my gosh, 7.7 seconds back from Kendall Kerr. Toby Wedgwood, which started 12th, and he is running in 10th. Ryan Hines, I thought he was going to be a factor here tonight, but he's fallen from 7th to 11th. And
he's into the wall a couple times tonight.
Yeah.
And you remember that one time he went sailing across the track and had to stop.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's back going now. Looks like Bucky Burt has taken his car behind the wall as well.
Ah, the birthday car. No. Yep. Come on, Bucky, get that car back out there. Brooke's looking for you to try to have a good race. She wants to see that car on the track some more. Bucky, get back out there, buddy. Well, we got 13 cars on the lead lap as Roberto Ramirez just went a lap down. So, but Andrew Baker will be the next one to be put a lap down here by our leader, and our leader is breathing down his neck, Dwayne.
Yes, he is, and he's running the preferred line right now. And interesting to note, ever since James McGee pulled within 5 seconds, he's not been able to make any more ground. The tires have evened out, and he is just kind of stuck right now, 5 seconds behind our leader.
Patrick Green hanging on to third as he got around Robert Pullins. Pullins back to fourth now. And Pullins is coming in. This is right in the window where not a bad call at all. I like it. I like his strategy. And I think Casey Heschel's coming in as well.
Yeah, these two guys coming in at the same time. They're the first ones on pit road. They're going to have the fresher tires. Hopefully, Hartman's taking note.
He's coming in.
He's coming in this time.
That's a note well taken right there. Yeah, that was well played. I'm telling you, that was well played. But that let James McKee back out front. Now, I hope James learned from that first round. He does not stay out there too many laps because it's going to hurt him. It's going to hurt him bad.
Yeah, he needs to be coming in next time by, or he's going to be in the same situation.
Dropping it down here. Let's see if he is indeed coming in. I think he got the message. Somebody, SP Designs in chat there, might have forwarded that message, what we were saying to James McKee. You don't want to leave. You don't want to be out there too awful long. We've seen that happen way too many times, Dwayne, haven't we?
We have, and now Hartman is coming off of pit road. We'll see where he comes back into the mix here.
Yep. Oh, we just got one into the wall.
Yellow flag is out.
Caution's out.
Roberto Ramirez hits the wall, brings the caution out after all these guys pitted. Oh, this is going to hurt a lot of people right now.
Yes, it is. A lot of
this
guys
is going to hurt a lot.
One lap down. And you know what? McGee is sitting there saying, I should have stayed out, because if he had, he'd have trapped all those guys one lap down. But
Yep.
there are guys. Jackson Hartman is the first car one lap down. So it looks like he might be the lucky dog here. We only have 7 cars on the lead lap right now who did not pit.
Man, I'm telling you, of course they'll have to pit. But now, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Look at the people that it's going to put a lap down. Jackson Hartman, James McKee, these guys are kicking themselves right now for making their pit stop. But you know what? You don't know this is going to happen. There's no way of knowing, you know?
Now, McKee is actually the last car on the lead lap.
Right.
So he has stayed out.
Yeah, he just got done pitting, so he should be the way by.
No, sir. Hartman is the wave by. He was the first, because at the time of the caution, McKee was still at the tail end of the lead lap, and Jackson is the wave around. So because he was the first car one lap down.
Okay. Well, this will put these guys back on the lead lap because they've already pitted and they're going to stay out, but they will be a little further back, you know. But Patrick Green. Let's see, these guys are just not coming off of pit road.
An interesting thing that did for Hartman, it got him ahead of James McKee. He's on the tail end of the lead lap. He's going to have to come all the way around and join the back. So McKee's going to start right behind Hartman on this restart, and they're back in 6th and 7th.
Well, let's get a word in here with James McKee. James, you got a copy?
Yeah.
SP Designs looking good. I think you must have got the memo. We were reporting there that, you know, the longer you stayed out, the more it was hurting you, because we've seen that so many times. But you got the memo on it. Now you're going to be back on the lead lap starting in 7th. You had a very fast car after that last pit stop there and reeled in 2nd and 3rd place there. But man, I'm telling you what a race here. And that caution come out at the most inopportune time too.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, not happy about that. But I don't know. We were talking on our team channel that I should pit when Jackson does.
Right.
And I wanted to stay out a few more laps. Just I wanted to have a tire advantage on him like I did the last run. That's why I stayed out so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got We got caught, which stinks, but that's all right. It's racing. We'll come back.
You'll be back on the lead lap. Now you're going to be starting 7th. You do have some pretty fast guys up there that you're going to have to deal with. Do you think it'll be a problem for you to get up there and maybe battle for this win? Because I don't know who that is in chat there that's rooting for you from SB Design, but man, they want to see that car in victory lane, and I want to see that car in victory lane.
Me too. It's a pretty cool looking car, so I got to thank Signs for
it is.
Yes. Board. I appreciate what they're doing, but we're going to try. It's a 1-lane racetrack, so we're going to do what we can do on the start. So we'll see.
That's horrible, man. That is very horrible. All right, well, I'll let you go then. You just bring it home for us, James. That's what we're really pushing for.
Will do.
Right. Which room were you in?
Blacktop Racing.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right. I don't know. He's got some fast guys ahead of him. What's your thoughts on it, Dwayne?
I think if he's patient enough, he's got enough laps left. We're going to have 23 laps to go when we go green again. I think as long as he's patient, he should be able to get around these guys and be there at the end. But he and Jackson Hartman are going to have their work cut out for him to get around these guys again. And Patrick Green has the lead, and Curtis Granger's starting on his inside. So our top 1 and 2 in points right now, side by side for this restart. It's going to be really hard to get by those guys.
Yeah. Now Patrick Green has led some laps, but Curtis Granger, our points leader, has not. Those two battling for this championship up there are the top 2 in points. I know Curtis Granger would love to lead a lap and get a bonus point, but we're going to see here. Pace car heads in.
Green.
And there's the green. We're back underway here at Kansas. Off to Talladega next week, man. That's going to be a great race. You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, great race next week, folks. Here comes Curtis Granger to the inside. He's got them fresh tires. And he can't.
Oh, he goes around.
It. Oh, no. Good save from hitting the wall, but oh my gosh. He just went from 2nd to 12th.
Yeah, and
that hurt. That hurt big time.
And that's caused the field to check up. We're 3 wide for 8th.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this is nuts. Everybody back here's got fresh tires, and it's really making the racing intense right now. Scott Zellner, 3rd place in points, and last season's champion there, folks. Last season champion Scott Zellner back in 7th place.
Jackson Hartman is looking to get 4th spot away. He takes the high line from Andrew Baker. He has the preferred line. We'll see if he can make it stick as we come out of the corner here. He does.
Ooh, wow, big wiggle there by Andrew Baker, and he's not going to be able to complete that pass. He's got to duck back in behind. And boy, he looked a little loose right there. James McKee up to 6th. So he has picked up one.
We got
another one. Oh my gosh, it was Kendall Kerr. Oh no, Kendall.
And he gets up into the wall coming off a 4, and that spins him into the grass. He saves it. We stay green, but now he is the one back to 12.
Oh my gosh. How things are changing so quick out here. Everybody's pushing these cars beyond the limit of them, I think, right now, because everybody knows that if they let Patrick Green stay out front, he could pull out the win here with that big lead in clean air over Caleb Morrissey. Caleb closed the gap a bit, but now he's losing it.
Yeah, we're on 20 to go right now. They know it's go time, so they're trying to get every little thing they can, and that's causing some guys to make mistakes.
And don't look now, Dwayne, because Jackson Hartman is in 3rd place. The biggest, led the most laps here tonight. And I'm not sure, I think the only one that could beat that would be Casey Heschel. But Casey is back in 7th place, and I don't know, man. He's got a lot of cars to pass to get there.
Yeah,
that car
ever
raced
since
a
he
whole
lost
lot.
that green air, he just hasn't had the speed he had at the beginning of the race.
I know it. That's bad, man. He's got his hands full right now because he knows he's got a lot of hard work to do, but only 19, coming to 18 laps to do it in. I just don't think that he's going to have enough time to get to the front. He would have to turn on some NOS or something to get that car up front.
And right now, if it stays as is, Patrick Green looking to cash in a bunch of points on Curtis Granger, as Curtis is still currently 11th and well behind the pack here. As the laps are winding down, Patrick Green, if he gets the win, he should make a sizable dent in that points lead.
Yes. Yeah, big difference there, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, that Patrick's gonna. Let's see, what would that be? About 10 points he'd gain on him. Oh, actually more than that because Curtis Granger never even led a lap, so they get a bonus point for leading a lap, right?
They do.
So that would be 11 points. My gosh. You go down to 41 points behind Curtis Granger, but Curtis Granger's not going to have the night here that he wanted. Now, Caleb Morrissey, let's see, he is... Where is Caleb in the point? He is 9th in the points. And if he can hold off Jackson Hartman, that would definitely help him out a lot in the points. Hartman is an alien. I'm telling you, he is an alien.
Yeah, so they get 1 bonus point if they have 0 incidents.
Yep.
1 bonus point for leading. Actually, it's 2 bonus points for 0 incidents in the race. 1 bonus point for lap led. And right now, they also have a bonus point for most positions gained, which right now would be our 2nd place car, Caleb Morrissey, who started 13th, now runs in 2nd.
That's awesome. That is awesome. It'd be a great points day for Caleb. But boy, I don't think he's not going to be able to hold off Hartman too much longer. Hartman's going to drive to the inside. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it stick. He does. Comes up in front of Caleb Morrissey and does take the 2nd place away. And he is only 1.1 seconds behind Patrick Green and Common.
And there's 3 points on the line to the race winner. So Patrick Green definitely wants to get this win, Rudy.
Yep. James McKee, another one that we've been watching. And, we really thought that caution was going to hurt him, but, it's still going to be a good night for him. I'm sure he would rather be up there battling for the win right now. And we wanted to see him in victory lane. I'd love to see that. That's a beautiful looking car. Love to see that car in victory lane, but it may not happen here tonight. But he could at least maybe try to get on the podium. But he is almost 2 seconds behind Caleb Morrissey.
And Jackson Hartman has 11 laps to try to get it done here. 11 to go at the line, and we'll see if he can run him down. Running him down's one thing. Can he pass him? That's whole nother story.
That's right. Jackson hasn't been having a problem passing people. But, man, this is a heck of a deficit to try to come back from. 11 laps to go at the line here, and with a 1.1 second lead, Patrick Green out in that clean air. I don't know, man. That could be an uphill battle there for Hartman to try to pull this win out tonight. I don't know. Patrick Green's he's just in... another one, I think, right now that's in cruise mode. He's trying to just keep it off the wall, save the tires the best that he can in case Hartman does get to him.
Yeah, the last thing Patrick Green wants to see right now is a caution.
Yep. Yeah, that would definitely...
Right now, he's maintaining that 1.1, 1.2 second lead. Hartman's not able to gain like he was on those other guys, so... As long as Patrick Green can continue to make his hit his marks at this point, it's his race to lose.
James McKee just 0.6 of a second from Caleb Morrissey to be on the podium. At least to be a podium finish for him.
Yeah.
James 4th in points. That would be another great point night for him, too.
Curtis Granger was able to get by Ryan Hines, so he's now back up to 10th. But he's got a lot of ground to cover to try to get more.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't see him being able to, well, he might get the Koonman. He might be able to do something with Koonman. That would be for 9th. Past that, I don't believe they'd be able to, I don't think he's going to do anything with Heschel. Heschel, even though he's not out there leading, he's still running pretty good. But, you know, I just noticed he's got a little bit of nose damage on Heschel's car there. Did you notice that?
I did.
Aha.
He puts himself into third, slides up in front.
Very good. Nice pass on Caleb Morrissey.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, we got a yellow. Enrique Torres. Let's go back and see what happened to Enrique. I don't know. That might have been, was that a self-spin? It looks like it because nobody's around him. Well, that just changed the whole complexion of this race. Oh, he got loose going into the corner right there. Ow. I put him sideways.
Patrick Green just radioed in. He's having computer issues. His monitors are giving him trouble right now.
Uh-oh.
So a couple of compounded issues.
Oh, man. That could be a bad night for Patrick. Oh, after having such a good run. Are they going to come to pit road?
I don't know. It's going to be a tough call. He's a sitting duck either way.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't.
I would. Yeah, I'd stay out at this point. I mean,
yep.
And that's what everybody's doing. If you come to pit road, you've got the fresh tires, but you're going to have a 3 laps. This is a 3-lap shootout. How many positions can you make it from 12th all the way to first in those 3 laps? I don't think so.
True. Well, who's going to be the lucky dog then? That will put Toby Wedgwood as a lucky dog.
Like yeah, here
yes,
he goes.
Sir.
He's going around the field right now. So that's going to put 13 drivers back on the lead lap.
Very good. Toby Wedgwood gets the free pass. All right, well, I hope Patrick Green monitors hold up. Golly, man, I don't know. I hate to do this to him, but let's see if we can't maybe get a word in with him here. Patrick Green, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we're understanding you're having some issues.
Good now. My screen went black coming off of 4 for like 3 to 5 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
It scared the crap out of me, but season. I mean, look at Charlotte and Homestead, but it's okay. I'll do what I can do here. Jackson's a good dude. He runs clean and everything, so he's been fast. It'll be tough, but I'll do what I can.
Well, looking at the field here tonight and where Curtis Granger is now, with him being back in 9th, it would be a great point night for you. You've led laps. He is not. Okay, you're 8 positions ahead of him. That's more points. If you could win the race, that would be more points. No pressure, though. No pressure. Just a lot going on, but overall, it's still going to be a good points night for you.
Yeah, I hope so. It hasn't finished yet, but he's got a big lead thanks to my mishap at the race last week. I had a pit miscue there, so it screwed my race. So we'll see what I can do about points.
All right, buddy. Well, the best of luck to you out there.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I don't know. I hear a lot of reluctancy in his voice there about Jackson, whether he can hold him off or not. And like you said, he's only going to have about 3 laps to do it, Dwayne. So I don't know, man. This could be very interesting.
Yeah, he's going to have to get a really good launch off of this restart. I would definitely not be surprised if he jumps it a little bit. He's going to almost have to, just to keep the 19 behind him here. But I would say look for him to go early and go as hard as he can, because that's what it's going to take. As long as he can keep Hartman to his inside going through 1 and 2 there, he should be able to clear him coming through the backstretch. So that should be his goal, is to just try to maintain, keep him side by side going down into 1. If he can do that, he should come away with the lead as they come through the get ready to go into 3 and 4.
Well, we're going to be right on top of this. We're not going to leave this front right here, folks. What happens in the back of the field, we're not going to pay attention to that unless it comes down to a wreck or something. So get ready. This could be an interesting finish to this race here with Jackson Hartman to the inside of Patrick Green. Patrick wants to win this race, but so does Jackson Hartman. As we get ready to go back green, the pace car is in. And this could be the final restart right here. Patrick Green needs to get a great launch, and he does. But Jackson Hartman gets a good launch, too.
He just needs to keep him side by side, not let him get clear of him going through into the entrance here.
Oh my gosh, almost contact.
And Hartman able to clear him.
Yep, he got him. Oh man, well now James McKee needs to hold this position. He's all over the back of Patrick Green. Is he going to try to make the move?
3 wide behind him.
Yeah, Scott Zellner moves into the top 5. Oh, Robert Pullins and James McKee unable to make that pass on 2 to go. 2 more circuits around here, 3 more miles, folks. Can McKee get there? Can he even maybe pass Patrick Green for second?
He's going to try.
I'm kind of curious as to why nobody's tried the outside. Well, I know you really can't if the guy's protecting the outside, but I get that. But Patrick Green's doing what he can right now to at least to try to hold on to second place. Curtis Granger dropped 1 more position. Oh,
White flag is out. 4 more corners to go.
Yep. Hartman, huge lead, half a second lead over Patrick Green. And the race is on for Patrick to try to hold on to second. Huge point night in favor of him, but McKee also. And at the line, it's going to be, it looks to me, I don't want to call it too early, but coming off of turn 4, and Jackson Hartman will win in here tonight at Kansas. Congratulations.
Green second, and James McKee brings it home third.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, that was a heck of a finish right there. I love it when they finish like that, you know?
Yes, sir. It was a good race all the way to the end.
Yep. All right, folks, we'll get these guys up here, so hang on a minute. All right, we caught up with tonight's winner, Jackson Hartman, passing with just a couple to go. That caution really went in your favor. It did not go in Patrick's favor. He had a 1.2 lead coming to the last 8 laps of the race. I don't really think there was a whole lot you could do with him at that point because you guys were on, you were on about 3-lap older tires. So it kind of equalized you guys really because you've been so fast here tonight. But talk about your race out there and tell me what your thought was coming into tonight, whether you thought you even had a win.
I honestly didn't even think I had a chance. The cars were, I just didn't feel fast. Like everyone was getting their 1-lap times and I just felt like I was a second or a tenth or 2/10 off. I just didn't feel like I had that speed. I had a great long run car though. I started to feel it on the first run and then was able to, then the caution came out at 30. We restarted and I got past Casey and I was able to hold on to it. I was constantly looking down at the relative though, because I was just trying to see was I burning my stuff off? Were people catching me? Was I going too fast?
Right.
And I was honestly able to save my tires pretty well, a lot better than I thought I would. Ton of fun racing with Patrick and James there at the end. I was worried about James on that last restart. I knew that he was fast, and I knew that it brought him back up to me. I was starting to catch Patrick on that run to the end. I knew I'd get close to him coming to the at least 5 to go. But at this track, passing is just a completely different story because I don't want to dive bomb him and then slide up the track and kill him. That'd be that's not how I'd want to do that. And then I just don't want to stay behind him. My goal was just maybe if I get close enough to him, I can force him into a mistake. But overall, it was a ton of fun racing with those guys.
I'll bet, man. Well, you took that chance and kind of took it to the bottom and made that pass on Patrick, which at first it didn't look like you were going to have enough ponies under the hood to do it, but the grip stuck with you and you did clear him for the win here tonight. So, man, I'm telling you, what a great finish to this race. And this should really help you out a lot in a 79-point deficit behind Curtis Granger. But if you keep finishing ahead of Curtis, you're going to close in on him.
Man, with 3 races left, I'm not sure if that's possible. I need him to just implode, which it's Curtis, so we know that's not going to happen.
Yep.
I just try to get as many points as I can. Obviously, I finished 3rd last week, but I've just had a few bad runs and just wrecks that have screwed over my pointsies. I'm hoping to probably get back into the top 3 by the time this thing's done, but overall, it's still been a ton of fun racing with these guys and racing this season.
Well, did you finish without any incidents tonight?
Let me get back to you on that. I did.
All right. Well, there's a couple extra points for you right there.
Bonus point.
Yeah. So you kind of cleaned up on some bonus points here tonight, and of course the points for winning. And with Curtis finishing, where did he finish? He finished in 12th. So you definitely closed some points up on him, and so did Patrick. So, but you guys go to Dega next week. Tell me what your thoughts are about that, because we know that's a shooting match there.
Yeah, I'm hoping to cross the finish line straight this time. I think actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure we all are. But I just that race is always the same, just surviving. Can you cross the finish line in one piece? I'd love to get a top 5 out of that, maybe lead a couple laps. But just surviving is always Talladega.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, Dwayne and I've seen enough Talladega races that we're in total agreement with you on that one, man. That was pretty. It's just. You never know what's going to happen there if you get caught up in a big one, if they have a big one. Well, we know you will have a big one. We just don't know when it's going to happen.
Exactly.
So, but all right, well, Jackson, before you go celebrate this win here tonight and try to keep climbing that tree up there to get to the points lead, good luck next week at Talladega, but congratulations tonight. Who you got to thank for it?
I got to thank my teammates. I got to thank Andrew Siegel, Dylan Wedgwood, obviously Robert Polans, and obviously the team owner, Toby. I want to thank you guys for broadcasting this. You guys do a great job, and it makes it enjoyable to go back and watch.
Thank you, sir.
And
all right.
Yeah.
Very good, man. Well, I can't wait to see what you guys do at Dega next week. I've yet to see you guys on a super speedway, so I can't wait to see what that's going to entail. So
wait,
well,
you were there for the Daytona race?
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, well, yeah, but Dega, you can get 3 and 4 wide there.
Different super speedway this time.
Yeah, it's a much different environment, I should say. So, all right, buddy, well, go celebrate that win. We'll see you next week at Dega.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Dwayne, you got second?
Yes, sir. Caught up to Patrick Green. Patrick, man, what a finish. Good points night for you all the way around. You didn't come home quite with the win, but I'm sure you'll take second.
Yeah, second, it's not terrible. I felt like, Jackson obviously had everybody covered anyway. So I felt like the fastest car deserved to win, or the fastest car won the race tonight. So that's, nothing to hang your head about.
Well, not to take anything away from yourself. You started 5th, stayed around the top 5 all night, coming away with a second place, it's great points. You got 0 incidents, so there's more bonus points there. But how do you feel heading into Talladega?
That's a good question. Everybody knows, whether it's on iRacing or real life, doesn't matter what car, what era package or anything, it's going to be a crapshoot, and nobody knows what's going to happen. So yeah, just do the obvious stuff, try to stay out of trouble, and be there at the end, and hopefully set myself up for a win.
All right, sounds good. Well, we'll let you get out of here, but before we do, who do you got to thank for second place tonight?
I'd like to thank my sponsor, Jeremy Howard, for sure, and then also all the sponsors of Highline Racing League, Racing Warehouse, and Toby for putting it all on, and Kendall and Scott. They all put a lot of work into this stuff, and I know there's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes into it, and it's appreciated. And also got to thank my teammates at Misfit Motorsports. I thought we were going to be able to go 3 in a row on wins there, but came up just a little bit short. Jackson was pretty hard to beat.
All right. Well, congratulations on second, and good luck next week at Talladega.
Thank you, sir.
Rudy, you got third?
Yeah, Jackson, or James McKee. Sorry, Jackson. James McKee, you got a copy there, brother?
Yeah.
Well, we really wanted to see the SP Designs car in victory lane tonight, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. But man, looking at Talladega next week, I'm kind of thinking we might get a chance to see that car in victory lane yet. You got a better chance next week, I think, than you had tonight.
Hope so. I mean, we had a really good run at Daytona until 100 feet away from the checkered. So
yeah,
we can, fix that issue that we had at Daytona and, actually grab a checkered flag for once. But, yeah.
Well, what could you have done different here tonight to try to get that win?
Some of that grippy stuff on the bottom lane so that we had more than one lane.
Do they have that in iRacing?
No,
nice.
but I think they need to start.
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew coming into Kansas it was going to be a 1-lane racetrack, and in order to pass somebody, you had to do a slide job. So
yeah,
it was tough, but that running that high side is really fun. I just wish we had more than one lane to do it.
Yep. Well, when you got that battle there with Caleb Morrissey, and I know he got into the wall there, brushed the wall a couple times, but that battle there, you did take a chance by making that pass on him. You guys almost got together once there. We were watching that, but you were trying to use every bit of the track you could, and so was he. He was just trying to keep it off the wall. He really didn't have much room there to spare, but that was a good battle. But I was concerned whether you were even going to get to the podium, and as it turned out, you did. You made it there. So third place is much better than fourth. Yeah,
so, I'll take it. I kind of wish while we were battling, I kind of wish I didn't pass Caleb, so I had that high line start on the last restart. But timing wasn't on my side today with that late caution that got me a lap down, and then that last caution. But it is what it is. I'm just happy to get a top 3. We've had a couple past good races since the Daytona, the hurtful Daytona race. So
yeah. Well, tell me what your thoughts are then for Talladega next week.
I'm excited for Talladega. I got a pretty good team. We worked really well at Daytona a few weeks ago, and I'm hoping we can do the same next week. And hopefully we're out front again with 1 lap to go, and then of course the checkered. So I'm looking forward to it. I like plate racing. It's risky every lap because you don't know what's going to happen, but that's what makes it so much fun. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, very good. Well, I want to congratulate you anyhow. Good to see the car in on the podium here tonight. So who you got to thank for that?
Yeah, definitely the guys on the car. SP Designs came on board with us a couple weeks ago, or last week actually, and been 2 races with them, and really awesome to be with them. The paint schemes are awesome that they make. So I can't thank them enough. So just want to thank SP Designs. Looking forward to racing with them the rest of the year, and I believe they said next season as well. So thank them, Racing Warehouse, my team, you guys for awesome broadcasts, and Toby for the league. So this is fun.
Yeah, I like the it's like a chrome navy blue, or I'm not sure what color that is, but it is an awesome looking car.
I'm from Indiana, and I'm an Indiana Pacers fan, and that's their color. So I was like, that's a perfect match. So I love the blue and gold.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Now I'm an Indiana Hoosier fan too. So if they're still listening, crimson, red, and white, that would look good too. Get those Indiana colors.
Go Hoosiers. Yeah.
That's right. Hoping for big things this year.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll catch you next week at Talladega. Congratulations for making it on the podium here tonight and finishing in third.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right, buddy. All right, Dwayne, let's run down through the final results. Jackson Hartman. Gosh, I'm getting him and James mixed up. But congratulations to Jackson Hartman for pulling out the win there with that final pass on Patrick Green. Patrick will finish in second. James McKee third. Alan Kuhnman will finish fourth. Caleb Morrissey fifth. Scott Zellner, last season's champion, will finish in sixth place. Robert Pullen seventh. Boy, Robert had a good run tonight. Man, he really ran well. Casey Herschel led the first 28 laps of the race, and after that, could not get that car back out into clean air and pull out the win here tonight, but still ran in eighth place. Toby Wedgwood ninth. Good finish for Toby. Kendall Kerr 10th there. Andrew Baker I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dwayne. I'm sorry.
Okay. Andrew Baker brings it home 11th. Curtis Granger, after a last lap incident, brings it home 12th. Ryan Haynes 13th, the last car on the lead lap. Enrique Torres 14th, 3 laps down. Ryan Potter 15th. Andrew Siegel 16th. 17th is going to go to Roberto Ramirez. Bucky Burt brings it home 18th with that special happy birthday Brooke paint scheme. 19th is going to go to Tyler Schneider. And Connor Holden rounds out the field in 20th after an early crash.
All right, very good. Well, folks, we can't thank you enough for tuning in tonight. We do appreciate it very much. Give us a thumbs up on the video if you wouldn't mind. That helps out the league. That shows that the sponsors and everybody that puts all the hard work into it shows how much you guys appreciate tuning in and watching their races. So a thumbs up goes a long way in showing your support for them. But if it's your first time here on MaxSpeedTV, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That supports the channel so we can come back each and every night. We have each and every night a different type of broadcast on MaxSpeedTV. We cover everything from Indy cars to Gen 6 to the Xfinity cars, trucks, everything. So, but we do appreciate that. Well, and you can check out our webpage for our full broadcast schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com, and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. Dwayne, thank you so much for helping out tonight, brother. I do appreciate it.
I enjoyed it. Glad to be here. Can't wait for next week at Dega.
Yes, sir. Yeah, folks, you don't want to miss that race, but we'll catch you tomorrow night for another broadcaster on MaxSpeedTV. Wayne will be here to help me, and I think we've got some giveaways for tomorrow night lined up. We've got some stickers and some wristbands and all kinds of goodies for you guys. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night for that. And we'll catch you next time. Till then, stay safe and have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
This is the HLRL Grand National Series presented by Racing Warehouse. Let's go racing.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
History. Authenticity. A one-of-a-kind piece of racing memorabilia. Lawson and his team have been helping race fans get their hands on real race-used items for over 10 years now. Follow them on social media as their inventory is constantly changing and being upgraded. Or, if you're in the Carolinas, stop on by, and I guarantee you'll leave feeling like family. The Racing Warehouse, a one-of-a-kind experience. Serving race fans since 2010.